There's a bunch of great YouTubers out there who post great content of all different kinds. Some of these YouTubers have millions of subscribers, allowing them to make a living off of it, while others are relatively small channels. Think about how bizarre it would be if a YouTuber that you enjoyed watching had one day decided to carry out a mass murder. That is exactly what happened with Mr. Anime. Mr. Anime, also known as Trey Sessler, is the creator of a relatively small YouTube channel that was mainly focused around reviewing anime. In addition to anime, he would also post short films. One short film he made, which stars both his brother, Mark, and his mother, Rhonda, was The Panda Flies at Midnight. He also seemed to have a fascination with guns, and even created an anime review in which he held a rifle for nearly the entire review.
Because today I'm reviewing the zombie epic, High School of the Dead.
This isn't the first time we've taken a look at a killer who made videos prior to when they carried out the murder. Ricardo Lopez and Alvaro Castillo are somewhat similar to Trey Sessler. However, what differs Trey Sessler from these people is that Ricardo Lopez and Alvaro Castillo seem like very eccentric and mentally disturbed people right from the start. Sessler, however, seemed like a very normal person. In fact, he actually seemed like a really nice and charismatic person. He's the last person I would ever expect to do something like this. Trey Sessler also had a dream of creating YouTube videos for a living. In one of his videos, where he discusses NEETs, which stands for Not in Education, Employment, or Training, he said that he would love to make a living reviewing anime.
I would absolutely love to make a living off reviewing anime.
In another video titled, Mr. Anime is Planning Something, he mentioned that he has been successful with Google AdSense.
The Google AdSense thing has been going great.
Not long after this, he made another video announcing that he ended up finding a full-time job, which involves film, which is something that he enjoys.
I now found a full-time job in a department that I'm interested in, which is film.
Throughout Trey Sessler's YouTube career, he started showing a few signs that his sanity was slipping, such as researching serial killers and using real guns in his videos. At one point, he even made a video discussing the school shootings that have been happening, and how it's scary that anyone could be a victim.
I'm ranting on something a little bit anime unrelated. I'm ranting on all the shootings that have been happening.
Another strange thing Sessler did was called the police and told them that a bullet whizzed by his head and that he had his guns ready. On March 20th, 2012, Trey Sessler finally snapped. He called his mother out to the garage and shot her 4 times in the torso. He then proceeded to go inside and murder his brother and father. After this, he planned to shoot up the Waller Junior High School. He wanted to kill at least 70 people. Not long after killing his family, he went to Waller Junior High School with an assault rifle and more than 100 rounds. For some reason, he decided not to shoot up the school and left. The police, who received a call reporting gunshots, went to Sessler's home that day and discovered the bodies of his family. They also discovered that Sessler wrote the following on the door: I will never forgive myself. I don't know why I did this. God help me. After this, a warrant for Trey Sessler's arrest was issued. Later that night, an officer found him driving his car and arrested him. When Trey Sessler was interrogated by the police, he said the idea of shooting up the high school was planned by him and one of his friends. I have no idea who this other friend is or what happened to him, since this detail really isn't talked about too much. For all I know, Sessler might have been lying. He didn't really give a motive for why he did this, and no one knows what was going through his mind at the time of killing his family. He told the police that he killed them so they would not have to know what he was planning to do. One thing that really makes this sad is that unlike a lot of other murderers like this, you could tell that Sessler really felt horrible for what he did, and he fully understood how serious everything was. During the interrogation, there were several times when he would actually tear up. Trey Sessler was eventually sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Sessler actually said he wanted to be in prison because it made him feel better.
He stated that he wants to be behind bars. It seems that he feels relieved by that.
In my opinion, this is one of the saddest topics I've talked about on this channel. Trey Sessler seriously seemed like a good person, and I have no idea what would drive him to do such a thing. It was obvious that he really regretted what he did. But still, he committed an unforgivable crime and needs to pay the consequences for that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the flip side.